welcome to this session of Community Talk. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Tracy Biddle. I'm the Executive Director at Leonardo's Children's Museum, and I'm joined today by Lori Coonrod, who is our Marketing and Public Relations Coordinator. We have a lot to share with you because Leonardo's is really having a great fall. So let's get started with this, Lori.
Well, and like you said,
starting with the fall, we had an amazing October. So I just really would like to thank the community of Enid and the surrounding area. We were just record-breaking with our attendance on our events at Princess Ball. Please go on social media and view some of those pictures. It really brings you into the event and the facility, and just thank you, Enid, for everybody participating. Participation levels were really high, and I'm really proud. So thank you for that. But after that was a short recap of fall, let's head into Christmas. What's coming up for the holidays?
Oh goodness, we have so much to offer for the holidays. We're excited to offer different levels of gift ideas. You can never find just the right gift for certain people. And so there's nothing like a Leonardo's membership or individual passes. We can really customize it based on your budget, based on who you're buying for. Definitely willing to work with people, but being able to buy an afternoon of fun for a family, that's always a good break.
Yes.
So what a great idea.
I mean, if your kids are like mine, their toy boxes are overflowing anyway. So they would so much have rather had a memory, a day of memories. And especially if it's a holiday when you have an uncle there or a cousin there that isn't normally there. And if you could give them a package of admissions for the day, we have day passes now. They can just come and create a huge memory, lots of good pictures and things like that. So what a great holiday gift.
Definitely. And then, of course, we've got the gift shop.
Yes.
Which I was going to bring a few items. I kind of perused it before we came, and I couldn't decide on anything. There's so many awesome things. We have some brand new items in, so if people have been to the gift shop lately, they might have missed these. These are new on the shelf, some play mats that are really fun, unique items that you just can't find.
Yeah,
anywhere.
A lot of ours are very unique, and we're a distributor from Listen, Doug, and Enid. There's not a lot of those around, and we always try to choose really high quality or educational toys. Try to be very different. I think that Sunny does our buying, and she's really done a great job the last few months. Sales on the gift shops have been great. I'm so proud of that. And yes, as a matter of fact, I have a list of about 9 neighborhood kids and all my nieces and nephews, and I head down there and I just check things off the list, and they love them. They talk about them months after they receive them because they're different.
Well, and we've gotten some new things in for activities for the winter time.
Yes.
There was an indoor hopscotch mat that was really cute. So I'm sure
Preparing
those
for
are going
the
to go fast.
snow days of school. And
Yes,
stuff like
absolutely. And some specialty Christmas items, some fun things. So those are always a good thing for the nieces and nephews as well.
Yes. And remember that if you're a member of Leonardo's, you always get a 10% discount. If you come in on the third weekend of the month, you get a 25% discount. And we just talked about this week that I am also going to honor always a 10% discount for teachers that bring in an ID. So if you're a teacher and you want to get things for your classroom as well, those we're trying to give an incentive there also. So
that's always nice.
Okay, this is the time of the year when we're all settling down from our year of activities, and we have a end-of-year giving campaign.
Yes.
So, and it's really been an exciting letter for me to create because there has been so much happen in the last probably 18 months. So I was really excited though, and so thankful for Park Avenue Thrift, because any of the funds that we collect during our end of year giving campaign are matched by Park Avenue Thrift. So I'm preparing to mail out to our mailing list for Leonardo's a request for end of year giving, and I just hope that any corporation, business in Enid, in our community, as you think about wanting to give at the end of the year, you would think of Leonardo's. We have grown tremendously. We are bringing in field trips and birthday parties from all across the state and across the borders. We're really pulling people into Enid. I'm very proud of that. But we need a little bit of help doing that too, because payroll is a huge expense. The electricity is a huge expense. Remember, with our renovation, we more than doubled in size. And so we're adjusting to our expenses as well as our bigger, neat exhibits. It also takes money to run those exhibits. So if people would please think of Leonardo's in their end of year giving, I would be so grateful. And thank you so much to Park Avenue Thrift, who will be matching all of the gifts that I receive for the end of year campaign.
Absolutely, and they've been doing that now for the Enid community for 10 years.
Yes.
Do you know that? 10
I don't know
years
what we
this
would
year.
do without them.
And they're celebrating with a ginormous birthday bash, December 2nd.
I heard you talking about this. I want to hear more about it.
Absolutely. I talked to Paula today to get all the lowdown on the details, and it's great because they help several agencies around town, and what they've done is for this big birthday bash on December 2nd, all of the sales are going to be divided. So different times of day, different entities that they provide assistance for will benefit. Our particular time is going to be from 2 to 3 o'clock. So in Paula's words, she said it perfectly, shop early, buy big. So if you go and get all your stuff picked out, and then if you check out between 2 and 3, Leonardo's will benefit. Now, of course, all day long you want to stop by Park Avenue Thrift. No matter when you stop, somebody will benefit. So it's going to be awesome, and there's some great entities receiving money from Park Avenue. During our time, during the 2 to 3 o'clock hour that day on Saturday, December 2nd, there will be a 75% discount on any media during that time. So if you're needing some DVDs and electronics, stuff like that, that is a great deal. So you can get some really cool stuff at a lower price. Now, in order to do this, of course, they also need donations. So that's another way people can help. If they don't really, you're not in the market to shop, if you're like me and have a few areas that maybe need decluttered, you can go through.
No, just kidding.
Not at all. My life is perfect, organized. But you can take your stuff to Park Avenue and they can actually benefit that way as well.
So creative. What a creative way to get the items donated and then income into the facility, and all of the proceeds from that day will be invested straight back into the community. So they're even absorbing their costs of operations that day. So,
and honestly, I've got a college girl that loves the thrift shop. She loves going to Park Avenue when she's home and just kind of seeing what she can find. And when I need something in a bind, or there's something special, something I'm looking for, whether it's for dress up or a costume, something, just pop in, and they usually have it. And it's in such a good atmosphere.
Nice, classy shopping.
It is absolutely all the way. So that's December 2nd. We're really excited about that and thankful to Park Avenue.
Yes, thank you to Park Avenue. Okay, well, we have had to skip a particular event the last couple of years because of renovations, but we are finally able to have a New Year's Eve activity for children again. I just think that is such an important thing for our museum to do, such a service to the community. These kids, it's a fun day for them too, but they a lot of times aren't included in the evening events. So tell us what we're going to be doing.
Well, and usually in the past we've been open during New Year's Eve, but it's on a Sunday this year.
Yeah,
well,
puts a little kink in our plan.
Don't have to miss out on the fun. We decided to go with a 3 Year's Eve theme, so we're going to count down to 3 o'clock. The event's going to be from 1 to 3:15. It'll be a special membership or special price for an event. Members will only pay $5.
Yes.
But the admission will be $10 for everyone else. I kind of said that backwards.
That's okay. That's all right.
But it's a good deal either way because we've got so many things in store. Oh my goodness, there's going to be games and craft projects, snacks, drinks, party favors, and we've actually pulled on some assistance from this area of this neck of the woods, and we're going to have a balloon drop at 3 o'clock.
I love the balloon drop. I swear, I'm a toddler at heart. is so
Absolutely.
much fun.
Me too. I'm so excited. So we'll be able to have a big celebration, but in time to get the kiddos home and get them settled. And then you don't have that parent guilt. You know, they've celebrated, they've had their good day, and then you can put them to bed and then celebrate
Go do the
yourself.
adult celebration.
So
It does fall on Sunday, which means the regular operating hours for Leonardo's are 1 to 5 p.m. on
Right.
Sunday. So we're going to start the party at 1, count down to 3 p.m., and then have the big balloon drop. Then there's still another 2 hours to play at Leonardo's.
Exactly.
So-
And that will count for admission into the rest of the museum.
Yeah.
Because if
Really
people
wear
have
them
not
out.
seen
That
it.
way they'll sleep really good on Sunday night, right?
Yeah, that's perfect. Get them home, feed them a little dinner, bath and bed.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Okay. Well, wonderful. We're just so glad I'm so glad we get to do that again. So I would like to talk just briefly, though, about volunteer opportunities.
Absolutely.
With our growth, it is amazing, all the opportunities that we have. We have a new volunteer coordinator. Her name is Dimple, and she's done a fantastic job getting out into some community organizations. But I just never want to miss the opportunity to talk about. As a matter of fact, I did a figure today that over 358 volunteers last year on our during fiscal year, and then they offered over 4,300 hours of service. We could not be open without our volunteers.
Exactly.
There's so much opportunity to come out and be on the floor and play with kids. What a fun thing to do. I mean, just go back to your childhood, come out and pick an area of the museum, volunteer to sit in that area and help the children play and facilitate a little bit. And just help them have a very memorable experience at the museum. So lots of volunteer opportunities there. During the winter, as we have our nice, unusual Oklahoma days, we'll be fixing up AQ. So
Yay.
if you have so much of Enid was a part of building AQ. So whenever it seems like we talk about, okay, it's time to give it some TLC, we have people come to us and volunteer. We really need that this year because that is going to be going on.
So really, there's all kinds of opportunities, whether you have a couple of hours, one time, that's great.
Exactly.
Or if you're looking for more of a regular volunteer schedule.
Exactly.
So we are flexible. We're
Yes.
just appreciative of any
We're
help.
just so grateful to have any help. So, just a couple of things to conclude with here. I love the outcome of our Christmas card project that's
So
coming
cute.
up.
Yeah.
We're working on developing some Christmas cards and thank you cards for Leonardo's. And we had some participation from the community come in, and they are cute.
The tiniest little fingerprints I think
Yes.
I've ever seen.
Yes.
Out of paint. So cute.
Yes. And so we are still, that's in the process of being judged. And there will be prize winners. We'll be contacting those people that win. It's really hard to choose, though.
It really is. I think it's taken them a while because
Exactly.
they've been kind of back and forth. So thank you to everybody that actually participated that day. It was really a good turnout. So.
And I just would like to really say, watch your social media for a program like ours or a service like ours, changing constantly, always putting out new programs. You've got to watch us on social media to stay on top of it.
Absolutely.
So please check us out on Facebook, like our page, be sure that you're getting notifications when Lori puts something up on there. We're also on Instagram. If you've got family coming in for the holidays, go throughout our website and get all the good information so that you can bring your family in during the holidays to visit Leonardo's and see what Enid has to offer. Enid is an amazing community. We feel like Leonardo's is a big part of that. We're very grateful to be. So it'll be a great holiday season.
It
So-
will. And we want to remind people to check in while they're there. It just kind of
that's
helps to give search engines a little bit extra so Enid shows up. Also, we're on Yelp and TripAdvisor. And
Very good.
if our regular visitors even take time to go and do a review, or maybe one-time visitors,
Yeah,
we've seen
give your
some
feedback.
from
Give that
all over.
feedback.
We
So-
need that feedback, and it really does
Well,
help.
we have just about run out of time, but please visit us over the holidays. Please check your social media, and please check in while you're there and spread the word about Leonardo's. Thank you for joining us for this session of Community Talk.
Hi, I'm Rich Shepard. I'm the president of the Enid Civitan Club. Here locally, we give well over $10,000 a year to a lot of community events. If you'd like to be a member, please contact us. Go to civitan.org and be watching on Community Talk.
Hi, and welcome to this segment of Community Talk. I'm Bobbi Donaldson. I'm with the Marsh Point Homes of Enid, which are Enid Senior Care, Kenwood Manor, and the Living Center. I had it shared with me this week that I'm the old nursing home lady, and I thought about it a minute and decided, yes, I am. I actually have worked in the nursing home industry since 1963. I love what we do and who it makes us. I am blessed with a small office in the mall at Senior Life Network. And basically, I like to think I help seniors know what their choices are. Not everybody understands that everything's a choice, and we help with that. Today, we're going to help with the shopping of senior gifts for Christmas. We're going to make some recommendations and give you some ideas. Here with me today is my sweet friend, Christy. I'm going to let you tell you about her and where she's from and what she does.
Well, my name's Christy Brown. I work for Ross Healthcare. We provide home health and hospice services here in Enid and the surrounding communities. I come from a long background in long-term care. Spent about 12 years doing social services and activities for the residents in long-term care facilities, and have just had a love for it my whole life.
Well, you were born to it.
I sure was.
Your family's always been this.
Sure was.
So we're going to just kind of start off here with, because I primarily work with nursing homes and some assisted living, and Christy works with people who still live at home on home health or on hospice. And we just want to kind of say, if you're looking for a gift for a senior, one of the first things we recommend is if they're receiving care, whether it's in a facility or at home from home health or hospice, speak with those caregivers. Ask them, you know, because what does your mama say when you say, Mom, what do you want for Christmas?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It really, the caretaker kind of becomes part of the family. So a lot of times the loved ones have to be away for whatever reason, whether they don't live here or they're working. And a lot of times the caregivers have that time where they can really get to know them. So they would be a great contact.
Well, and they may notice the electric can opener that's wore out on the cabinet. Because I know my mother, and now I hear myself, that those, when your mother's words come out of your mouth, you're going, oh my gosh, I am old. But my children say to me, Mom, what do you want? And I'm like, I don't need anything. Exactly. I just have everything. And so anyhow, I kind of have a list because this is not my first rodeo. Many years ago, someone made the greatest gift for my mother. After she became in a facility, it was even more wonderful. It's actually just a piece of quilt mounted on a dowel rod, and placed over it are pieces of vinyl, square vinyl just sewed on. And it's a picture frame that hangs flat against the wall. And the picture slides down in it. Some go this way. And the thing about them is you can update them with next year's school pictures. You dust it a little bit, but it's not going to get broken. It's just, and if you'd like to see that, we have some of this stuff at my office. One of my siblings made my mom a letter box. And it was just a square box that we got at TJ Maxx or Ross or Walmart or somewhere. Not real heavy, it's good. And inside there we put cards for all occasions. New baby cards, wedding cards, sympathy cards, some stamps, some actual writing materials, because my mother found that she'd always been that, you know, and she would see in the little local paper somebody had a baby or somebody passed away. And I made a little sticky note at the top, and she wrote down when she used a card or something. So we kind of kept it up. And sometimes she made a shopping list, and we had to go do that.
Well, and sometimes it's important to remember, too, that it doesn't have to be something material. It doesn't have to be an actual gift. A lot of people that are in facilities, or even people that are receiving care in their homes, don't have anyone. And sometimes it can just be the gift of your time. Yeah. You can contact the facilities with their social services directors or their activities directors and just schedule a time to go in and volunteer your time, whether it be perform an activity for them called bingo, just read a newspaper to some of the residents and give them your time. That can be one of the most special gifts out there. So.
And it's an amazing thing as an old woman with children and grandchildren. I can tell you that lesson, that life lesson, is one of the greatest gifts you'll ever give your children.
Absolutely.
You can say to them, respect your elders, give up your seat on the bus, but nothing does it like you take that hour and that child and go actually do it.
Thanks. And it's very rewarding to you as well. It's a gift to yourself, getting to go out there and spend time with actual people who might not have anyone. It's very fulfilling and very special to not only them, but you as well. So.
Well, and I used to say when my children were teenagers, it was really fun to go there because you get there and the people in the nursing home are glad to see you.
Oh, yes.
I lived with like a house full of teenagers. Nobody was glad to see me. So I'm like, I'm going to work.
Absolutely.
Certificates for hair care, we actually provide beauty shield, but some facilities and even the people at home, you can get gift certificates from wherever they get their hair or their nails done.
Absolutely.
Also massage places. I have one family right now that has purchased massage services to come in, and that was kind of a new experience for me because we didn't used to do that kind of thing. But it is really cool, and people who are professionally doing that, they know how to be careful and
Exactly.
But I like a massage, so I can't imagine how much you'd like one if you lived in a nursing home.
Well, and another important issue that a lot of people in long-term care facilities are facing, and even like assisted living or people that are at home, is transportation.
Yes.
In fact, this has been a subject in Enid amongst our collaborative groups for a long time. Most people just don't have a way to get to beauty care appointments or doctor's appointments. So you can contact your Enid Transit. They have coupons that they can sell you that you can actually donate to the facility, so people that don't have a way to get transportation can get transportation. So that's very important, and it's a very important need right now. Very important.
And if you have just a neighbor or someone from your church that you know they ride that, you can. There's a bracelet that's like good on a certain day of the month for seniors. They're like you say. There's a card that's so many trips, or I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I know that. I have the great gift of that I've given some office space at Senior Life Network, which is in the mall next to Dillard's. And we have a pretty wide base of things that we try to do for the seniors. We have some exercise programs, which are a few dollars. But if you don't know, a Senior Life membership is $10 for your whole life. And I have one. I don't use it as much as I could because for $10 I could be getting a lot more good out of it. But this is something if you know someone and you wanted to give a gift, they do bus trips, they do day trips, they do several days to Branson or
Absolutely.
Tunica. So
Very
those
good organization.
are good things. If you're giving food to a senior, whether it's in a facility or even at home, and you know they have health challenges, if you can, please speak to their caregiver. If you're bringing it into a facility, assisted living, nursing home, anything, please be very, very sure that the container's got their name written on it.
Well, and that brings up a good point. With any gift that you're going to donate to a facility or a resident or even someone at home, you always want to contact that facility. You can start with the social services director, the administrator, director of nursing. Always be sure you talk to someone, because not only can they give you the information of the people that they have there that have needs, but you always want to make sure that what you're bringing in is something that is allowed, and because there's lots of rules as far as what you can bring in and out, so it's important to.
Well, and something rare, like we have one facility that there's this like life-threatening allergy to cinnamon. And so if you were bringing something in that facility, we would have to be very sure that you're aware that that was a
Well, and
problem.
they have to do things like add those items to inventory sheets, because each person that lives in the facility has an inventory sheet. And that's something that's very important. So they would have to add that item to that list. So that's something you always want to remember, is to make sure you contact those people first.
Well, and a little clue for your buying people things at home. If the can opener is barely working, please take the broken one. If you brought them new sweaters, please take the worn out sweater.
Absolutely.
Because they're going to save that new can opener, and they're going to save that sweater. And I have boxes of stuff that weren't opened. When my mother passed away, we went to her closet and we're like, we bought her that 2 years ago. You know?
Yes.
But we're from the generation that saved things. Tickets, of course, because I love them personally, the Gaslight Theater.
Yes.
If you have people at home or in assisted that like the theater, you can buy a 6-pack, which is different than season tickets. It's 6 tickets to place. They can take their friends and use them all at one time. They can use them 2 at a time. where the season is good for play-by-play. So that might be something, because if they're ill or the weather's bad, you know, they could.
Absolutely.
And we just thought that was cool. Something we have found in the last couple of years that is a personal favorite at our facilities are headphones that are linked to the TV without a cord.
Absolutely.
You've probably, I'm sure, been to visit someone somewhere, and the roommate or the lady down the hall was very hard of hearing. And Lord, like, but so now they just simply hook it into the TV. She puts her headphones on, she can hear it as loud as she wants and not bother the other person in the room.
Well, another good idea is sometimes it doesn't have to be just individualized. You know, these facilities are on very limited budgets. They try to have activities for their residents daily, and sometimes more than once daily. So another thing that you want to keep in mind is you can donate to the actual facility. Like I said, they like to make the residents feel special, and especially during the holidays, and they have lots of extra activities. So you can contact any of your local facilities and just ask them, what could we donate for you, whether it be bingo prizes or different food items. So that's another general idea.
Because I know one facility, somebody gave them a Wii, and a different one, they gave them a karaoke machine, which you wouldn't think, oh my gosh, they are the karaoke. They are rocking it. You know?
They love it.
You know a little bit about that. You used to be the karaoke girl at one of the facilities.
They do enjoy it, for sure.
Yeah, because she would come, and I remember, this is several years ago, and they're like, oh, it's the karaoke girl. And we're like, yes, it is.
They do love music. It's very healing for everyone.
Here is something that came up earlier this year that, as someone who sits on committees and serves in my church, is large print Bibles. Large print Bibles could certainly be a gift in a nursing home.
Absolutely.
I actually had a family member go out and purchase and bring to someone one. We weren't aware that he was asking for it, but I'm like, nobody should ever live with me and not be able to read the Bible just because.
I totally agree. And large print anything. It can be crossword. The Bible is extremely important, but crossword puzzles.
Yes, if you're
word
going to buy
finds.
those things, find the bigger ones.
Absolutely.
The other thing is, with Mama at the end, we bought a magnifying glass, and it had a light on it. So if you're looking at those, I think we got it at Walmart or Walgreens. But it was a great gift. She kept it in her letterbox so that not only when they're looking, but with the light in it too. I know I got one at Rick's drugstore recently for a resident. I was in there, and I remembered she'd asked, and it was laying right there. It was my favorite impulse buy that day. But here's what we're saying is, like Christy's telling you, because she is a child who was brought up to love and care for others. She had that herself and has been given that gift, and I'm very proud of her, and she's my sweet friend, and her mother's my sweet friend. But we want to tell you that, like she said, there's really not a greater gift in time. Take a half an hour and take that child, take that teenager, and call that social service and say, we want to come call bingo today. If you're having bingo, we'll come help the people who can't play bingo if there's not enough people to help them, because they either can't cover or they can't see. So I have to tell you, if you think your life's not great, you be the person who's standing there with that 85-year-old person when they yell bingo, and your day gets so much better so fast.
Well, it's important to remember, too, that the holidays are such a happy time, that they can also be a very sad time for people. And we just want to make sure that we don't forget our elderly, and that we make everyone feel special. And that goes for, it can be your neighbor as well. You know, the weather changes, it gets bad during the winter. If you have an elderly neighbor, check on them. Give them the gift of your time. It's very important that we not forget people during this time, because it is a very happy time of the year, but it can be a very sad time of the year as well.
And be sure that if you have people in their homes and they don't have smoke detectors, talk to your local fire department. Don't leave anybody unsafe this time of year. It is the Christmas season. I know there are lots of guidelines about who says what. I'm saying Merry Christmas, and I'm too old for you to do anything about it. But we do love Christmas. We have Christmas trees in the facilities. My generation likes Christmas. We grew up with Merry Christmas, and we know what that means and the message it means. We'll get a lot of gifts. This community is amazing. The amount of churches that carol in our nursing homes and groups that come and play the piano, it's amazing. I was born here, and I've always been so proud to live here and the care we take of each other.
I agree.
But we feel if you were called to do this, you'd never do anything else.
I absolutely agree.
So To everyone who's ever shared their loved one with us and trusted us to them, we'd like to thank you today for that, and Merry Christmas.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Ewing, and I'm with the Enid SPCA. I am the medical coordinator up there, and we are a nonprofit organization. So if you would like to adopt, volunteer, or even donate so you can be a hero to the pets, you can visit us at enidspca.org and watch for us on Community Talk.
Welcome back to Community Talk. My name's Lisa. I'm the Executive Director of Creative Arts Enid.
And I'm Terry. I'm on the Board of Directors, and I'm super excited because we have a lot going on this month. Last month we were super busy with fall break and the great Arttoberfest, and this month we have even more going on.
Oh, it's going to be crazy, our schedule the next week. Thanksgiving is next week. I don't know if people realize this or
That's
not.
so soon.
But I feel like
I'm ready, but I'm not ready.
I know. I feel like it was just Halloween.
It was just Halloween.
And now we're all ready for Thanksgiving. So we're going to do things a little bit different this year at the Creative Arts because Enid Public Schools are out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So they get a full week off.
Yes, we do.
Before Thanksgiving. So that's pretty nice. We are going to have our usual Follow Me class. So we'll have a morning 11 to 12:30 Follow Me class. Which is just led by a teacher. So we have an instructor that teaches you how to go through a painting. It's a lot of fun. It's open to children, adults, whoever wants to come and paint it. Those are $15 a person.
So that's the kind of thing where if you wanted to do classes, but you couldn't because you work during the day, because you work at a school and your kids work at the school and you want to do something with your kids, you could totally come to that and have a great time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I know people have asked me about that, so this would be a great time to experience that.
Yeah, and that is actually considered a class. It's something that is taught and they're led through the process of creating this piece of art. One of the other things that we're going to try and see how it works out because we're thinking about kind of reinventing ourselves. And we're going to have Paint Your Own Pottery open every day from 10 to 6. So that is come in, pick your piece of pottery, paint it. Yeah, we got some really cool pieces.
I'm super, I know I'm always saying I'm super excited, but I love this tree.
It's great, and it comes with lights and everything that goes into it. So it's really neat, and a lot of people have been very nostalgic about it.
Oh yeah.
So we've got them in a lot of different sizes and different combos, electric, votive. So
Neat.
A lot of fun Christmassy things. We also still have pumpkins and everything needed for the fall season as well. But we'll have Paint Your Own Pottery open from 10 to 6. And the other half of the studio will be open for just open studio.
Oh, awesome.
Just come and go, come do art. We just want to get people into the studio, creating art, doing art. We've got different size canvases. Price ranges about $5 to $20 depending.
Oh, yeah, no, that's great.
That includes all the paint and everything. We'll even have an instructor on hand to kind of help guide you. It's not going to be a lead class or, anything like that, but we do have instructors around in the studio to help
So like
out.
if you had an idea and you said, well, I want to figure out how to do this, there might be somebody that could say, well, here's some ideas about how I would do that, and then you get to experiment and play.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
and
that's
they'll
fantastic.
teach you how to use the brushes. They'll get their paint out for you. You just come with an idea, paint,
And have a great
take
time.
your painting home.
Nice.
So it's a great idea for, Christmas gifts. I hate to think about Christmas this early, but it's time to make, like if you're making gifts, this is the time to get into making gifts. And handmade gifts are so much nicer, I think.
I like handmade gifts. I like giving handmade gifts because people really know, well, you put a lot of time and effort into that. And so I'm hoping to make or buy made items for all of my Christmas gifts this year, so I definitely need to be at the
very
studio
cool.
doing some stuff. So.
Yeah, so we'll have that. We also will have our regular scheduled classes. Maybe some of you have been wanting to come to our ColorWorks classes, our after-school programs, maybe our Mommy and Me class, and just haven't been able to get the dates to work out. Or maybe you have family in town that
would
wants
be
to come
so much
and,
fun.
Bring the kids to these classes. So we'll have our regular scheduled classes along with open studio, open pottery time, and we'll have speaking of open pottery time, we'll have our pottery lab open where you can go make stuff
yes.
in hand. That is at NOC. They let us, we kind of partner with them. They let us use their facility. And we'll have that open Tuesday from 1 to 5. So mark your calendar, check it out online. We have all of this information online. I know we're throwing a lot at everybody with this.
So it's all at the Facebook page, which is Creative Arts Enid.
Yep.
And then also creativeartsenid.com on the web.
Yeah, is our website. And you can sign up online. If you don't want to pay online, you just register and say, hey, I'm coming to this class. I'm bringing these kids and this is their age, or I'm coming myself. I mean, open studio is, adults are welcome to come too. It is not just for kids. Our studio is art for all ages. So now I guess some people are probably wondering what is going
crazy
on
things up here
with these two ladies
I'm
on
a flat
Community
brush.
Talk.
I'm a flat brush.
So yeah, we're paintbrushes.
And we're all dressed up like that because Enid lights up the planes. And we're going to be in the parade. I'm really excited about this, actually. I'm fairly new to Enid, and last year was my first Enid Lights Up the Planes, and it was such a great experience just to watch it. And there's fireworks, and I always love fireworks at the end of stuff. But this year, we're actually going to be in the parade.
Yes.
We're going to do a thing, and we're not telling anybody other than we're paintbrushes.
We're just going to give you a little nod to what our costumes are going to be. But I'm going to give a throw out to Main Street Enid. They do such a great job with this. It is so much fun. I happened to just be over there before coming here, and she said they've got like maybe 20 to 30 people that are
fantastic.
participating in like floats in the parade. So everybody should come out and check out the parade. We'll be parked afterwards. So you can come by, talk to us, and check out our float up close and personal.
I'm really excited about that. But I wanted to ask you, because I thought I saw something about this. Is there a woodworking thing at the studio? Because
Yes.
I love woodworking, and I thought I saw that, but then we didn't talk about it, so I had to ask. Is there woodworking?
Yeah, it actually is this weekend.
It's this weekend.
It's this weekend.
Okay.
Saturday and Sunday is a woodworking that's hard to say. Woodworking workshop.
Woo, that's a lot of W's.
And it's, we had a gentleman that came in and said he works with wood and would love to do a workshop with kids. And he's going to do ages 6 and up. They're going to do a paddle boat. And then ages 9 and up, they're actually going to make a toolbox. And these are
sweet.
not from kits.
Oh, awesome.
They
awesome.
are going to get to learn how to use tools, how to use a coping saw, how to hammer nails, glue
They're
things
going to get all the safety
together.
experience too, right? He's
Oh,
going to talk
absolutely.
about all that good stuff.
Yeah, you can't do hand tools without learning
I love all the
safety.
safety stuff.
But I mean, I remember as a kid working with my dad
yeah,
in the workshop, and I
absolutely.
loved it. I loved that I could take wood and cut it and make things out of it. So it really is an artisan step to learn how to use the tools and
absolutely.
not just buy a kit and glue it together and say, look what I made.
Yeah, and then once you start learning how to use the tools, then you get to do all like really, really cool stuff as you get better and better at it. Like any art, the more you practice it, the better you get at it.
Yeah, so the first day we'll be making the project on Saturday, and then it's a two-parter. So Sunday we'll be finishing the project and painting it or staining it, whatever they decide to do with their piece
cool.
afterwards.
That's very cool.
And then we also are bringing back our Lushes with Brushes.
Oh, fantastic. I love Lushes with Brushes.
So it's a really fun art break. It's about 3 hours. We're going to have one this Sunday. This Saturday. My
Lushes
bad.
with Brushes is all about the grown-up time, right?
It is. We do have some sometimes on Sundays that are more kid-friendly and family-friendly, but it's a great date night. It's a great time to get out with the girls or, with a bunch of friends, a group of friends, to come out and create art. $35, and this is a fundraiser for us, so it is matched dollar for dollar. by Park Avenue Thrift. So we're really excited about that. You'll have to check it out on our website.
Speaking of fundraisers, we got this. We got the Deck the Balls coming up, and I'm super excited about the Deck the Balls because people are decorating some ornaments, which is fantastic, and I'm super excited because I just found out that Dr. Floyd with Enid Public Schools is going to decorate one, and there's a little bit of a challenge going on to get the principals out there, so we should have some really cool stuff.
I'm excited. This is our first annual kind of attempt at a gala. I'm sort of nervous, but we'll have cocktails. We've got Chloe Beth is going to come and do her music. I
love her
love to
voice.
just listen to her.
She's got a great voice.
Such a great acoustic sound. So she's going to be there playing. We'll have cocktails. It's actually going to be at the Gaslight Theater lobby, just for the space, because our studio is too small. It's December 1st at 7 p.m. is when it starts. We will have a silent auction. We've got all kinds of artists coming in this month and painting balls, or rather
excited about it.
decorating the balls. I mean, we've got some up here. And those will all be for sale, along with some other original artwork. We're getting some of the local artists to come in and, bring their artwork to sell there for the silent auction.
And it'll be heavy hors d'oeuvres and a chance to hang out and enjoy each other's company and support art and enjoy art. And
yes, and I love it because the food is all going to be balls.
Yay! I'm
It's
so
all
excited.
cheese balls and meatballs and vegetarian balls.
I'm so excited about that. I'm glad that people thought about me and other people like me who don't eat meat, and so there'll be vegetarian options available.
We did. The tickets will be on sale on our website at creativeartsenid.com. It's $25 if you buy ahead of time for a single, $40 for a couple. At the door is going to be $30 and $50 for a couple. So get your tickets early and come join us.
And you can get those. You can get those tickets online for will call. We're not mailing them out because there's not a lot of time.
Right.
But you can get them. You can order them and then pick them up at the door to get that price. You can also get those tickets from board members or by contacting the studio. And
Yeah, so we have a lot going on just in the next couple of months. A lot of stuff happening in December, so come check out our website, check out our Facebook page, and thanks for joining us on Community Talk. Thanks, Terry.
hey, I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Leslie Newell with Junior Welfare League. Come shop at Return Engagement at 123 North Grand in downtown Enid and watch for us on Community Talk.